Can't tell you how excited we are to be here. We've been on the road for a while. It's not been easy. One of the things about doing live table reads is it allows you to connect with the fans. You are the reason that we are here. We're not here for ourselves. God, it's so tough. I think I'm having a heart attack. Hold on, let's see. I'm all right. Look, the truth is, we're really the same. Everyone up here is the same as you because you're here because you like what we do, and the only reason we do it really is to find out if there's anyone else as, wonderfully twisted as we are. So, congratulations on being just like us. I'm going to bring some people up now, but before I do, I just wanted to wish a very happy birthday to one of our new writers. I'm really excited. He's a rising star on our show. That would be Alex Cuthbertson. Where are you, Alex? Go ahead and stand up. He's 28 years old today. Today. This isn't one of those, oh, remember you turned 28 last week. He turned 28 today. Let's get going. My good dear friend and co-creator, Matt Weitzman, come on up. The show looks as great as it does because all the animators were handpicked by this lovely woman. She's our producer. She's fanatical about the show. Caravallo. Have you guys seen the show? Do you know the character of Steve? The guy that plays Steve is here. His name is Scott Grimes. Oh my God.
Nice.
Proving that you have to love your fish because they may think is D. Bradley Baker. She looks really good. Be careful. She's coming out. You're going to see her. Rachel McFarlane as Haley. I'm sorry, honey. I can't help it. She's really good at the voice that she does. I can't help it if she looks this good. Wendy Shaw. And on day 28 of his hot green tea diet, my favorite guy in the whole world, Seth MacFarlane. You high? Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just really excited to be here. I'm not on drugs. We're going to do a table read. What we're going to do is we're going to read the first act for you, and then the second act you're going to look at your screen, and it's the black and white animatic version that comes back about 4 months after we do the episode. Do I not need to lean down? And it's a little rough, I'm not going to lie, but we thought you guys should see us naked, so we're going to show it to you. And then after that, after the second act, this is a 3-act show, we're going to see the third act, and that is in full color. Chris McKenna snuck up here. Chris, would you stand up? That's Chris McKenna. Look how tall he is. Every inch that he's high is a pound of funny.
Mike, we got a show here. We got to start this.
The third act you'll see in beautiful, gorgeous color. We're very proud of this show. We're happy that you're here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir and ma'am. Mike, how stoned are you right now?
I'm not. I
Really?
swear.
Are you really not at all stoned?
I'm not at all stoned.
Well, that's disappointing.
This episode is episode 21 in the third season. It's called Pulling Double Booty. It was written by Brian Boyle.
Who's not here.
Who's not here. And
Directed by John Aoshima, who we love.
Act 1, exterior established, Smith House day, interior kitchen, same. Stan eats cookie dough out of a bowl. He quickly shoves the bowl back into the fridge as Francine enters. Stan smiles way too big. She stares at him.
Stan, have you been eating the cookie dough again?
Why, is there still some on my face?
No.
Then no.
Haley and Jeff enter, holding hands.
Jeff and I are going to the mall.
It's a business trip. I'm going to buy some beads at the bead store and then open my own bead store.
Bye, Mom. Love you.
Bye, honey. Love you too.
Bye, Dad. Love you.
Okay.
Haley rolls her eyes and exits. Francine turns to Stan.
Stan, she's your daughter. Why can't you ever say I love you?
I can. But look, say she gets cancer, right? And doctors can't cure it. She hears I love you from her dad for the first time, then bam, she dies happy.
Exterior establishing shot of the CIA, day. Inside the CIA, Bullock addresses the agents.
Once again, CIA body doubles are for work purposes only, people. Using your double to finish making love to a JetBlue stewardess because you were too drunk is a definite no-no. Sanders.
The agents look at Sanders, who looks busted. He turns to his identical body double, who sips coffee. Did you blab? Why did you tell people?
Come on, it was my first sloppy seconds.
The agents disperse. Stan's phone rings.
Hello?
Stan, Haley and Jeff broke up.
So she breaks up with Jeff at least every other week.
You don't understand. This time he broke up with her.
Stan drops his coffee cup, shattering it. Exterior established mall, later. Inside the mall, Stan scans it. It's pandemonium. People scream as they rush for the exits. Kiosks are in ruins, some of them burning.
Mr. Smith.
Stan finds Jeff in a broken display window, buried under an avalanche of toys. He digs him out.
Jeff, are you nuts? Why the hell did you break up with Haley?
I don't know. It wasn't just one thing, Mr. S. It was like two things. But why'd you go so crazy?
Well, whenever she gets dumped, she completely wigs out. I don't know why, but it's always been that way.
Interior third grade classroom flashback. A young Haley sits at her desk staring dreamily at John, the boy next to her. He looks at her and smiles. On his desk, John plus Haley is written in red marker. Their teacher, Miss Anderson, enters with a cute little blonde girl.
Class, we have a new student joining us today. This is Lynn. Look how cute she is. And new, which is always appealing.
John stares dreamily at Lynn, then scratches Haley's name and makes it John plus Lynn. Haley's eyes go wide, then she freaks out, turning over desks, pulling stuff from cubby holes, throwing kids around. Haley locks eyes with the class hamster, who panics, hopping on its exercise wheel and running for its life. As Haley approaches menacingly, the hamster looks back over his shoulder and runs even faster. Inside the mall, back to the present.
The autopsy showed the hamster was pregnant.
From inside the store, we hear Haley scream in rage and a loud crash. Jeff and Stan react and run inside. Inside the toy store, continuous, we pan across the devastated store to find Haley holding a Barbie doll. She jumps onto a Lego Empire State Building and climbs it and hollers furiously. The guards pick up remote controls and fly model biplanes around Haley's head.
How come we're doing this?
Why? Aren't you having fun?
Stan and Jeff run in. Haley catches a biplane and swats the other one with it, sending it crashing near Stan. He pulls out a tranquilizer gun and fires it at Haley. This just makes her madder. She roars. Jeff and Stan exchange a worried look. Cut to the living room. A little bit later, Stan enters with the limp Haley over his shoulder. He plops her down on the couch, revealing that she has 11 tranq darts in her neck and chest. Francine's startled.
Oh, God, is she okay?
She'll be fine. Just breathe her with this pump.
Stan hands Francine one of those blue-bulbed breathing pumps, which she begins using on Haley. Stan sits down, pulls out his checkbook, and starts writing checks.
The police said if Haley goes on another rampage, they'll throw her in jail.
Jail? She'll never survive. Tiny cells, the gangs, getting shanked in the cafeteria. The first couple stabs break the skin, and then they really get in there. And my baby's all... You bitch, I'll kill you.
Francine sits back down and continues pumping Haley.
That was a haunting scenelet, Francine.
And we can't prevent it. Haley has horrible taste in men. She's gonna get broken up with again.
Which is why, from here on out, she doesn't date anyone I don't sign off on.
What makes you think you can pick the right guy for Haley?
Francine, I can tell a man's character just by looking at him.
I don't know, Stan. I think what she needs right now is our love and support.
Haley starts to wake up and immediately strangles Francine.
Shoot her! Shoot her in the face!
Exterior Chinatown Market, day. Steve and Roger wander through a Chinatown market. Roger is dressed like a German tourist, salmon shirt tucked into khaki shorts, Birkenstocks, and dark socks.
Wow, I would have never come down here if you hadn't declared this the summer of exotic adventure.
Ah, Chinatown, where you could tell me it was Japantown or Koreatown, and I'd nod and smile.
They walk past a large box of baby chickens.
Check out the box of chickens. Hey, chickie. Hey, little girl.
A Chinese man nearby watches Steve. He gets in Steve's face.
How you know it's female chick?
Okay, well, it looks like one.
The Chinese man takes the chick from Steve and inspects it.
You're right. Do again.
Steve reaches in and picks out two chicks.
This is a boy, and this is a girl.
The Chinese man checks again.
Most people cannot tell difference. You have gift. You work my cousin's chicken hatchery, okay?
Wow, my first summer job.
Wait, Steve, what about our summer of exotic adventure?
Well, we'll do it together.
Roger throws his hands up in disgust.
And just like that, I'm working for the Chinese again.
Exterior sidewalk, day. A chyron reads, enough time for Haley to move on. Let's say 2 months later. Haley is at the front of the line at Art's coffee cart. There's a line of well-dressed patrons who stand behind her. Art, a young, handsome guy, takes her order.
I'll take a chai latte, please.
Sweet, just like you.
Haley smiles shyly. Art picks up an empty cup and a marker poised to write.
Name?
Haley.
How about them digits?
Haley considers, then smiles.
757.
Suddenly, we hear a helicopter overhead. A rope drops into frame and Stan rappels down.
Are you gonna marry my daughter?
What?
Dad!
I'm not gonna let you date another loser who's gonna break up with you. And this guy's a loser. Weak chin, small hands, he'll dump you in a week.
Hey, I can date whoever I want.
Actually, you can't.
Stan clips something to Art's back. Art jerks up out of frame.
I can't let you freak out and wind up in jail, Haley. Your mother acted it out for me. It was riveting. She took some very rewarding chances.
Stan yanks on his rope twice and is zipped up out of frame. Haley stews. Exterior established chicken hatchery, day. Interior sexing station. Steve and Roger stand at adjacent chick sexing stations wearing dirty white aprons and gloves. As the chicks arrive on a conveyor belt, workers divide them into male and female chicks. Steve picks up two chicks.
Let's see. We have a Romeo and a Juliet.
He drops them down their respective chutes labeled male and female. He picks up two more.
Here's a Katie, and this must be a Tom. You're crazy, Tom. Let her have a cell phone.
He tosses them into their chutes. Roger is holding one chick very close to his face and shaking his head.
There's nothing here. No wiener, no wadge, just feathers and chicken skin. This summer isn't exotic, it sucks.
Roger turns to a stoic and ancient Chinese man who sexes chickens at the station next to him.
Where's my beer? Tsing Tao? Chilled glass? I know you can hear me, old man. World's worst waiter right here.
A manager approaches. Steve continues sexing chickens.
Sir, I was wondering, where do all these chickens go?
Female go to farm lay eggs. Male get cold.
Cold?
Ah, yes, cold.
We push in on Steve's face and cut to his fantasy of the culling chute to the accompaniment of a jaunty tune. A hand throws a chick down the chute and we follow along. It's a fun slide that lands the chick in a pair of white-gloved hands. The hands put a top hat on the chick and spray paint on a perfect tuxedo. Then place the chick on a mini stage with several other chicks where they perform a kaleidoscope-like number similar to an old Hollywood musical. The chicks all strike a pose as a fanfare of horns blares. Interior chicken hatchery, back to scene. Steve shakes out of his reverie.
Oh, so glamorous.
Steve throws the chick down the chute. Roger stares at the old Chinese guy next to him.
Tsing Tao! At this rate, the beer's gonna come out the same time as the spring rolls.
He looks at the guy.
I know there are no spring rolls. You're in a bit and you're doing fine.
Exterior established, CIA later. Inside the cafeteria, Haley storms in and spots Stan, who sits at a table having lunch. She dumps Stan's salad on his head.
There you are. Stay the hell out of my love life.
Exterior established Smith House night. Interior, Stan and Francine's bedroom. Same. Stan and Francine are getting ready for bed.
Stan, Haley told me you've been airlifting men out of her life all week.
Look, Francine, I'm just trying to find her someone reliable, someone good, someone like me. Oh, forgot to feed Klaus.
Stan exits. Francine brushes her hair. She looks at the mirror to see in red lipstick, Klaus physical, 9 a.m.
Stan, no! Klaus is having a blood test in the morning. He's not supposed to eat for 12 hours.
Interior hallway moments later, Francine passes by Haley's bedroom and hears giggling. She peeks in and sees Haley on her bed making out with Stan. Francine gasps and faints. End of Act 1.
Wow. I butchered my can we run the animatic?
Yeah, roll the clip. We brought a clip.
Honey, you are a great kisser.
Don't talk like that, Bill. It's creepy.
Sorry, babe, just joking around. I'm your dad's double. I'm trained to sound like him and kiss like him. Francine tried to hide the cookie dough in the washing machine, but I found it. I always find it.
Do I pause?
Yeah, he's gonna sit down.
Stan Smith! You bastard! How could you?
Okay, you caught me, but can you blame me? It's just so sweet and tempting.
You're sick. You should be in jail.
Oh, come on, you're overreacting. Roger does it too.
Yeah, I've stuck my fingers in there.
Not me, Francine.
Oh, please, I've let you lick my fingers when I'm through. Guess I'll go get some new popcorn. Anyone want anything? No? See? See, I ask when I'm going to the kitchen.
You all know Bill, right?
Wait, so that was Bill upstairs? Oh, you were just making out with a man who looks exactly like your father. Ew, that's still gross.
I felt the same way at first. Stay the hell out of my love life!
My dadgum niçoise!
I dumped a salad on Bill thinking he was Dad. He was cool about it, and we got to talking. Turned out we had a lot in common. He asked me out, and I said no, because he looked like Dad. But he told me there was more to a person than looks, and he said he could prove it. So we went on a few dates. Now I don't need the hockey mask. I don't even see the resemblance to Dad anymore.
No! Stan, do something!
This is fantastic! Bill's a perfect specimen for her. Look at his powerful, devoted shoulders. His strong, reliable chin. Sculpted, rock-hard pecs. Pecs you could motorboat.
Oh, yuck. Why does it stink so bad on this side of the building?
Maybe the chef over saffron the soup de poisson jardiniere? Or maybe it's the 2 million chickens using the floor as a toilet.
It does stink, boy, on account of the slurry machine. After the male chicks are liquefied, they're processed into dog food and chicken nuggets.
Ha! You thought they got top hats!
Wow, check out my ass on Bill. Mwah.
Well, I've gotten down to a size 4, so at least that's good.
I'll catch up. I just want to take a dip. I'll come with, handsome.
Oh, Mom, I'm having so much fun with Bill.
Yeah, he sure looks like your dad.
I think he might be the one. I mean, if he dumped me, I don't know what I would do.
Oh, you'd be fine.
No, I think I'd go maximum crazy. I'd murder Bill, burn the house down, torture Dad, rape Roger.
Really?
But that's not going to happen. We're doing great. We're totally taking it slow. I mean, all we do is kiss. He is a great kisser.
Look at Haley, Stan. She's the greatest. Real pretty, too. She's all right. You want to see something really hot? Check out her mama. Now that's a woman. Hey, body surf to shore. You're on. There's a wave. Paddle, paddle. Good ride. Good ride. My netting disconnected.
I hate these chickens. They're useless. Sit. Sit. See? Nothing. Oh, wait, that one is doing something. Nah, it's just pecking a big hole in its foot. Way to go, genius!
Roger, don't be like that.
Why not? You've ruined everything! That's okay. I'm just going to enjoy my summer of exotic adventure without you. I'm actually entered in a high-stakes badminton tournament. My opponent? Peruvian Tony. He's not very good, but he'll run you around. I'll be damn exhausted, but I'll win. You want to know how I know that?
Because it's all pretend?
This was supposed to be our summer of exotic adventure! Ah!
Well,
Stan, I'm making dinner.
hanging out with Bill has reminded me how sexy I am.
I don't think now's the time. Wait, I gotta put the meatloaf in the oven first. You go upstairs and sink wash your genitals.
Woof.
Oh, Bill, Haley's not home yet.
No, honey, it's me.
Why were you outside? Shouldn't you be upstairs getting ready for sex time?
On meatloaf night?
Don't look at me like I'm crazy. We were just making out in the kitchen.
Making out? What are we, two 16-year-old girls? All right, baby, hop in and... Hey, there he is. How's it going, big guy? Bill, what the hell are you doing? Oh, this? Well, when you were talking about how hot your wife was, I realized you were right. So I decided to nail her before I nailed your daughter. Guess you didn't know old Bill likes to stir the pot. You ever come near my family again, I'll kill you. Francine, how could this be? Bill has such a strong, honest nose and loyal teeth. How could my judging people by their looks theory be so wrong?
Oh, Stan, because it's really stupid.
I guess we have to tell Haley.
No! Are you crazy? If you tell Haley that the love of her life tried to sleep with her mother, she'll go on a rampage. House burned. Roger raped.
Then we'll just tell her he left.
No, because then she'll think he dumped her and
go on a rampage.
Hey, have you guys seen Bill? We're supposed to go on our romantic weekend and he's half an hour late. That's not like him. Do you think he's not coming?
No!
I'm sure it's just traffic.
Hey, Haleykins, do you like my badminton shorts? Come on, give me a compliment. I'm asking for it.
Yeah, you are. In your fancy new shorts like you own the hallway.
Why are you doing this?
What are we gonna do?
The only way out of this is to get Haley to break up with Bill.
Bill's gone. There's no way out. We're just gonna have to tell her the truth. Are you coming?
In a second. Guy had some kind of lube on. Strawberry.
Why isn't he here?
Haley, listen. Mommy's terrified, but there is something you should know. Bill?
Was stuck in traffic. Sorry, honeysuckle. Ready to go?
Bill! Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'll go get my bag.
Stan?
Yeah, pretty good impression, huh? Watch, I also do a good Roger. I like wine.
What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I've got it all figured out. I pretend to be Bill, act like a jerk all weekend, and Haley breaks up with me. No rampage.
You don't think she'll catch on?
Babe, I'm in the CIA. I was trained for this. I'm not just gonna act like Bill. I'm gonna become Bill. Totally.
Where's your car?
Right there.
That's my dad's car.
Why don't you take it?
Thanks, honey. Oh, that. I just feel so close to your family. Your mom, your dad. Where is your dad? Maybe I should say goodbye to him, too. Or we could just leave. Bill is ready. Man, your suitcase is really heavy. We're only going for 2 nights.
Oh, it's not clothes. It's full of Gatorade and spermicide. Replenish our fluids and kill the enemy.
What?
We're finally going to take our relationship to the next level. That means sex all weekend long.
So now what? Do we have time for questions or something? What happens now? Questions? Okay. I can't see anything. Should someone just talk?
Hey, Klaus didn't have any lines in that friggin' first act. Come on. Let's fucking hear Klaus talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell is up with that?
What's going on?
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah?
I just want a very funny episode, by the way. I just
Thank
want
you.
to know.
Where are you?
I'm right here next to
Hey.
the camera.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know if the chicken scene with them being run over was an homage to some movie.
I think it was more.
Was that guy swearing just then? Is that what happened?
I think it was more an homage to love and loss as a theme, to be honest. It was shot very cinematically. John Aoshima, the director, had a blast with it, and we knew that we wanted all the chickens to get killed. But that's about it. It looks like a movie, but nothing specific. Next question.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mark, and I have a question for Wendy. Wendy, I'd like to know, is life the French Riviera, or is it a charity ball?
What does that mean?
It's the show you're on.
He's doing the theme. He's doing the theme from It's a Living.
It's a living.
What? No, I don't know what you're referring to.
It's a living.
Oh, wow, that was going back way too far.
Next.
My favorite episode was from the first episode of the second season, where you did the Edward Albee story arc. I was wondering why you chose something so esoteric. I mean, it's like...
Well, when I was in college at the University of Arizona, see, it doesn't really matter what school you get into, kids. Anything's possible. Me and this friend of mine that happened to be a girl really dug Edward Albee. We were on the speech and debate team, and we did a couple scenes from a little one act that he wrote called "Counting the Ways." And you know, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is just like such a wonderful. The film version of it is just fantastic with Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. So
14-year-old teens love it.
And yeah. But that's, yeah, I love Edward Albee. That's the answer to that. Next.
Yeah, you've done 2 parts to it already, but I was just wondering if there's going to be any more of the Golden Turd storyline.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, probably. That we know we have at least one more coming.
Yeah, we'll touch on it in this fourth
in this season. Yeah, that's all we can say on it at this point. Sorry about that. I wish I could elaborate. I just can't. Next.
Hi, this is for the writers and also for Seth MacFarlane for Family Guy. I'm a music composition student, and I was wondering how you work with Walter Murphy and Ron Jones on all the music.
Seth.
Well, they both do the music for both Family Guy and American Dad. And I mean, you mean procedurally how they score the show? I mean, we lock. I didn't hear what you said to that, but we lock an episode. We finish our picture, and then we go through with them. We basically walk through the show with whoever's composing that episode, and just spot really almost to the frame where the music starts, where it stops. And then they come back to us with like a synthesized track, and we give notes from there. And depending on whether, these days, most of the time, everything is, we all kind of know each other so well that it's sort of, there are very few notes to give. And assuming that we're happy with the synth track, then we take it into the sound stage and the orchestra records it over at Fox. And it's, it's usually between, 40, 50 pieces every week. And right down to those little play-ons. Every time you see the house on American Dad or Family Guy, and there's that 3 seconds of music, that has to be scored that week by these, 45 players.
Great answer.
This one goes to the writers and to Seth. Serious question. What's with the Mexican jokes?
You tell me. I mean...
They're great with the men.
Does that answer it? If not, I could say we live in Los Angeles, and it's a section of people that we all need to come to terms with real fast.
We do, on both these shows, we do try and, the philosophy is you either hit nobody or you hit everybody. And, we do try and make sure in each episode, if we're making fun of one particular group, that we pretty much even it out. They call it equal opportunity offending.
And for the record, I mean, the Mexicans believe in I mean, you guys you're all saved, so whatever happens on this plane shouldn't really matter. It's true. I mean, I don't know what the U's and Ah's are. It's absolutely a fact that, I mean, I want to be Mexican.
Mike, you're one sentence away from me saying, I don't know you, I'm just a hitchhiker.
Next.
We have time for one final question.
All right, my question regards everyone, and it's mainly asking, do you guys ever put events from your own lives into the storyline?
Do you notice how, our mics sound very full, and that one sounds like he's talking through a stormtrooper helmet?
We do. I mean, first season, Stan gets braces and finally understands what it's like to be a geek like Steve. That came from Dave Hemingson's life. Dave Hemingson was complaining in the writer's room that his dentist was telling him that because of some strange dental shifting that he needed braces as an adult. And we thought it might be funny if Stan got braces. So yeah, I mean, our lives inform the stories all the time. Oh, that's the last question. How about this cast? Can we give them a hand?
The cast and creators of American Dad.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone.
Darling, where are you going?
Sorry, love, but there's a woman who needs me more than you right now. Mother England.
I've had sex with a lot of women, and let me tell you, you should probably get tested.
Mr. McConaughey, thank you for talking with Cut to the Chase magazine. You're not a bright guy, but this film seems stupid even for you. Care to respond?
Okay, honey, interview's over.
Oh, look at there, a boob popped out.
Here's your coffee, Mr. McConaughey.
The robot McConaughey went haywire, sir. He is kaput. And if you care, he was also bisexual.
What we do know is that before McConaughey agreed to do Chotchki's film, he spent a week at an exclusive celebrity spa in the remote Teardrop Islands. In fact, every one of the stars of Chotchki's dreadful films has visited the spa in the past year.
Maybe they're all being replaced with robots.
Your mission is to go to the spa and find out what's going on.
What is your drink, sir?
Bud. Or Miller. Whichever. Bottle, can, I don't care.
Got a light, handsome?
I've got the light of the world. You promised me you'd tell me if you became a robot! You broke a pinky promise!
once found a robin's nest in Tim Burton's hair.
The year was 1985. The place? Hollywood. My dream was to make it on the silver screen. My first audition was for the lead in a little movie called Mask. They put me in a room with Cher and Sam Elliott. Talk about lightning in a bottle. Palpable. But when I auditioned, the producers didn't cry. They just laughed. Laughed me out of that room and out of that town. So I swore that one day I'd make the whole world cry by making the saddest film of all time. Lights! I'm away. That's right. I own a blimp. I'm part of that crowd.
Okay, Sexpun, all we need to do is look away and we won't cry to death. We just have to fight it. We just have to... Oh, God, the Nazis took his puppy!
It's actually sort of unpleasant. How do you lower the volume? What the hell did I do? Mike, tearjerker, your brother-in-law boned me on my home theater.
They're all going home to see them online!
Oh, is there anything cuter than celebrity babies born in captivity?
A panda holding a celebrity baby?
Oh, totally, yes, that would be cuter.
I love you, Stan Smith.
And I love you, Sexpun Smith.
Smith, congratulations on a job well done.
Thank you, sir.
So, we have another mission for you. When do you think you'll...
Sorry, sir, you're breaking up.
Oh, Stan, at least I have you. You'll always be my #1 man.
And you're my #1 gal.
What about me?
You're #2. No shame in that. You're a silver medal. You're Reno. You're Simtech. It's a company that makes prosthetic knees. You know, like Knee Corp, but not as good. Don't worry, Mama. I'll take care of you.
I know you will. That's my little man, Stan.
So from that moment on, Betty relied on Stan for everything. They did everything together, went everywhere together. They were inseparable. And though she tried to find love... She tried to find love, but it never worked out. And Stan was always the pillow she'd cry on.
So have you talked to Stan about this?
Look, this is not easy, so I'm just gonna say it. I have ick.
What?
The ick. I have it.
But only fish get ick.
He's a fish!
No. See, that's a misconception. Now, look, I have this disease, but it's manageable. And with your love and support...
Steve, we stood by you when you were a werewolf, but this is just too much.
Stan! Oh, my God! Betty hasn't been getting rid of her boyfriends for the last 35 years. You have!
Francine, I can explain. She's my mommy!
So for 35 years you've been killing your mother's dates?
No, I've been abducting them and dumping them on an uncharted island. Killing them. You've seen too many movies.
I don't know what to say. That's insane!
Is it, Francine? After my father left us, my mother was devastated.
We need to get to the airport.
You go. I gotta get home. I got term papers to grade. How good were the rolls tonight?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I haven't felt the touch of another human being in 6 years.
Oh, you poor thing. I could touch you.
Oh, would you?
Damn it, Stan, how come you never share? You never talk to me.
Is this because Julie was over here poisoning your mind again and measuring time and haircuts?
Stan, she's a hairdresser and her husband's disappeared.
He's probably just on a secret mission.
No, she said he would have told her about that. He tells her everything.
Beatrice, Beyonce, and the pride of the hive, Queen Jamie B. Curtis. Rumor has it she was born a drone.
Ugh, Steve, the science fair was months ago. Get rid of those filthy insects.
Don't listen to him. He's just jealous.
You could have had first prize. Hello? Talking goldfish?
Oh, Your Highness is going out for her morning constitutional.
Roger, why is he wearing a...
Shh. Stan, Francine is here. I guess I'd like to thank vaginas everywhere. They're creepy, and I don't know what they're for, but boy, are they funny. Thank you! Did you know about it? You did, you dirty bitch. We share a dressing room. She didn't say a word.
Stan, there's something I have to tell you.
Oh, I gotta go. A delightful monkey just took my plum.
Oh, good, you're up. What's the craziest thing you've ever done with a boy?
D-Day, 1944. You think about the bravery, the heroism that happened here.
It's just humbling.
Men younger than us, boys, really.
Just boys, trying to fight off an American invasion.
I was talking about the Americans.
The Germans were brave, too. Less brave, maybe. Guy probably killed my uncle.
Yes, hi. Are you the spy known as the Cairo Puppet Master? No? All right, then. I'll call 5 more random people. If that doesn't get him, he's either dead or moving in down the street.
Stop it! Sergei gave me that stuff!
Look at this crazy upside-down writing. I'll take my backwards letters on a Toys R Us sign, thank you very much.
You're just a capitalist dupe.
Well, I never.
A wage slave. All you care about is money. Sergei spends time with me. He helped me build my rocket.
Stan, what are you doing?
Sending this communist propaganda to the furnace.
But that's the laundry chute.
Then you'll need to set the washer on incinerate. What's that? Capitalism loves you.
Well, it's got a funny way of showing it.
True, capitalism has issues and doesn't like to talk about its feelings, but it's going to help us win this rocket contest.
Do I even like girls? I must like girls.
And so Thayer Stoughton Holworthy leaves this earth in the same manner in which he lived, with honor and dignity.
Babe? Periscope.
Oh, no. No, you don't understand. Mr. Hallworthy was my neighbor. See, we were here last night because I wanted to pay my respects early. We started drinking because I was so sad. I would never do anything to defile his memory.
Perfect.
You know, I need to thank you. I know it sounds silly, but you saved my life.
Yeah, this was a pretty nice trip.
What is this?
I don't know. It's not mine.
Drugs.
What? Roger!
You know these fish?
No, I'm here with my church. Sorry. That smuggler said I could use his portable DVD player on the plane if I got his stuff through customs.
Roger!
I'll wait for you. At home.
The task force you've been in charge of.
Oh, how did I do?
Now I need a new team leader, someone who will ensure that the alien is captured, tortured, and fed to rats, who will in turn be tortured and released into the wild, then recaptured and tortured again. It's called The Circle of Life. I got it from The Lion King. The play, not the movie.
Sir, I'm your man.
And it works! We finally harnessed the awesome power of the potato!
Actually, it's just a buffer between the copper and the zinc ions. The potato has no power.
No power? It powered a nation of drunken poet lovers for hundreds of years! Yeah, I do accents.
How could Steve bring that left-handed girl into our home, scribbling away at our kitchen table with her left hand? Like she's normal, like she's one of us. That's where we eat! Blech.
Give me that! Are you crazy?
Ow, you're gripping.
You have to take this seriously. Both of our asses are...
Smith, must you compare your butt with every new agent that comes through these doors? So insecure. I just stopped by to see how our new alien hunter's settling in.
Unsettling is the word I'd use, sir.
Mama always hang up first.
You keep breaking cinder block. I never get what built.
I tell you, go a roundhouse with block.
Devil's minions. How could I have been so ignorant?
All right, it's settled. Our Inhale movie channel will now run a 24-hour loop of Fever Pitch instead of Baby Geniuses. Any new business?
Looks like we have a new left-hander to report. We've finally got Francine Smith back.
Oh, she was quite a holdout. Nice work, people.
But do her children know they were born left-handed as well?
Stan, can you please talk to your daughter?
Haley, as you blossom into womanhood, your body will go through a change. Your ovaries will drop and you will develop strong urges to butt heads with the other females for the right to breed.
Okay, that's not accurate, and it's not what I'm talking about. Look at her nose! Listen to your father. Sting's become a bit of a douche.
Hand it over.
It's my body.
And we're your parents, and all we care about is your well-being. Stan, get the chicken scissors.
Fine. You are such a fascist, Dad.
If he wants to experiment sexually with a vacuum cleaner, that's one thing. We've all done weird stuff when Francine was out of town, but don't call it a robot, and don't... Upside down in a car full of chocolate pudding! Damn it! At the academy, we only train for tapioca!
Hey, where you going? Anyway, listen to me prattle on about my date. How was your dad's funeral? Did you cry?
Stan, can't you find another legacy? Preferably one that won't destroy our sprinkler system?
I know that gold is buried here. Along with Haley's puppy, who we said ran away because she didn't eat her vegetables, but actually I backed over it in the garage.
What?
Crunch.
Fine, Stan. Destroy the yard. Again. Just don't expect me to help you.
Very well, then I'll dig alone.
Stan, do you see what's happening here? Haley put in her nose ring again, and Steve's gonna lose his virginity to something we bought at Sears. Stop with this nonsense and help me deal with the kids.
I am helping the kids. My legacy will be a shining beacon by which they will pilot the ships of their lives. Saw that on a Successories poster. The one with the lighthouse, not the one with the mountain climber. Although that one got me through some tough times. A hidden chamber! I see beautiful things. Gold, silver, a mini Santa Claus. Oh, no, those are Christmas ornaments. I think this might be our basement. Yep, those are my ski boots. It's our basement, Francine.
Looking for something glazed and bad for you?
Not anymore.
Oh, God, tastes like my ass.
I want to speak to my husband off camera.
Of course.
Enough is enough. There is no gold. You have to stop chasing this silly fantasy and be a parent to your kids.
Fantasy? This is my legacy. And instead of helping me, all you're doing is trying to make me give it up. Didn't I support you when you wanted to open that small business?
No, you didn't.
Then stop bringing it up.
can we get our allowance?
I'm actually a little low on cash, but before I bring the gold to the Smithsonian, I'll slip you guys a bar. Just run it down to the mint. They'll slice it up into Sacagaweas for you.
We'd prefer real money.
Yeah, imaginary gold doesn't buy your lady friend a curtain cleaning attachment.
You kids don't think the gold is real either? It's here, I tell you. I'm following the clues Ollie left. Look! I found these in the dirt right under the basement.
Ice creamsicle wrappers?
Yes, don't you see? Ice creamsicle, initials I and C, Iran-Contra. That's what they used to call Iran-Contra in Washington, ice cream.
They did?
They should have.
Wait a minute. I found a yogurt lid in the park yesterday. That must be where Eisenhower buried his diamonds.
That's it. If you don't believe in me, get out. All of you out. None of you are going to be part of my legacy. You're out of the books, you're out of the Smithsonian, and when Ben Kingsley plays me in the movie, guess who's not getting introduced? You. Any questions you might have about Sexy Beast or sneakers, you can just file away, because they aren't getting answered.
Dad, you're delusional. Come on, Boobot. Let's find you a dress for the spring formal.
Cut them out of the movie. I don't want a single second of them in your story. Got that?
Got it, Stan. Not a second.
You actually found Oliver North's gold.
Look, he left a note. Congratulations. You deciphered my riddle about the good, the bad, and the ugly, followed the ice creamsicle wrappers, and found my gold. When you're through with it, please rebury it and leave some cryptic riddles so someone else can have as much fun as you did.
Fine, I'll film it myself. I don't need you two. Or you. It's my legacy, and I don't need anybody. How do you turn this on? Thanks. Now get out of my face! And this is the focus, right?
That's actually the zoom. It's a self-focusing camera.
Really? Well, that's a very helpful feature. I don't need anybody!
Stan! Are you okay?
Yeah! Hey, you look like ants from down here. Wait, those are just ants on my eyes.
Stan, I thought you were dead.
And yet you didn't take your own life as a result. We'll talk about this later.
Sorry you lost your legacy, Dad.
Turns out the gold wasn't my legacy. The real mark I'm going to leave on this earth is you two kids.
Oh, Daddy.
And I'm not going to let you screw it up.
No! Steve, I talked to the mini fridge, and she's up for a three-way.
I am going to be all over you two from now on. You're not going to make me look like a big future jerk in front of all the future people.
Ow! Ah! I'm so glad to have you back.
Like you could ever land a geologist. You're hot, Francine, but you're not geologist hot.
Life here in Langley Falls is returning to normal as a team of forensic veterinarians remove the mutilated carcass of a donkey from this pit of death. But look it, was one man's obsession worth the horrific cost? In this reporter's opinion, Can I have juice?
Man, your suitcase is heavy. Is what someone less buff than myself would say. Feel my muscle.
When I get back.
Oh, I see the forecast today calls for lightning and thunder.
I could throw a better spring break than that loser. I'm gonna be the king. I'm Scotch Bingington, the true king of spring break.
I'm wasted.
I'm so drunk.
I want to do everything with anybody.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna hit that.
I'm gonna tear that up.
I'm gonna kill her with a bottle.
俺もびっくりした方がいいよな。
Well, I lived in Mesa, but when you say Mesa, people don't know what Mesa is. It's Phoenix. I lived in Phoenix.
Scotch Bingington, this is the greatest spring break ever!
Oh, honey, of course you think that. Your whole life, people have been spitting on a cracker and telling you it's cream cheese. No, I have my own high bar to clear. We haven't achieved greatness yet, but we're getting there. What the hell? Damn it, Klaus! Why are you playing this morbid intellectual crap? You're bumming everyone out!
It's German industrial Bauhaus!
If Horrible were a person and had a child with its lover, Terrible, this music would be the cries of their baby. Named Alan, after Terrible's father.
Carmen Selectra? Doesn't he mean Carmen Electra?
Yeah, if she were younger, hotter, and had an ounce of sense of humor about herself.
Yeah. Welcome, MTV Below the Line workers.
But every time he tell that joke, I laugh. Because it make him feel good. You laugh at his stupid jokes, he'd tell you your bad dinner tastes good. That what marriage is.
Hold on. I have another call. Hello?
Hey, Franny, some guy's pretending to boff your garden gnome. He's getting some laughs, but it's a little disrespectful. What should I do?
What are you smiling about, Tracy? You still don't got a boyfriend? I left my wife. My whole life is ruined. What is wrong with me?
Class?
Personality disorder?
No, come on. He's in his 40s. He left his wife for an inappropriately younger woman. It's a classic example of a midlife cry.
Did a pole go through your head and suddenly you're mean?
We've had a blast this week in Langley Falls. Woohoo! Spring break is awesome! Thanks to our host, Scotch Bingington, the new king of spring break! Oh my God, she's dead! Carmen is dead!
Oh, if only she'd had some sort of cushioning on her chest. Something not real, fake if you will, to withstand the impact.
Oh, this is horrible! What a tragedy! Oh, come on!
Oh my God. That's it. That's what's been missing. It's not a real party until somebody dies.
Well, for starters, you constantly raid the fridge and drink all my Five Alive.
And you always draw Hitler mustaches on the models in my Victoria's Secret catalog. It's creating a strange fetish I'm not entirely comfortable with.
You take our clothes without asking and then disappear all day so you can run around as one of your ridiculous personas.
Thank you for choosing AT&T.
Roger! All this role-playing can't be healthy mentally or physically. You're running yourself ragged.
That's absurd. I get plenty of rest during the day when I'm blacked out.
Enough! You have been treating us like doormats for months, and we're sick and tired of it. Huh? Wait, come back! Simon, you've divided the Earth into 4 quadrants. Fire, wind, yellow, and blood.
Do you know Sidney Huffman?
I sure do. He's my boyfriend. Only I hope soon he's gonna be more than just that. See, my whole life I've been waiting for a fella like him. A real Gentile man. And no one is more Gentile than my Sidney.
Yeah. Well, I have a little news about him. And tomorrow, Sidney, I'll destroy the last, most irreplaceable thing in your life. Your possessions!
Oh my God, that thing has you under its spell. You've been enslaved. Enslaved! Just like those poor Nazi scientists at Los Alamos. Damn you, Hasbro! Oh, who left the tub running?
Blasphemy!
Cut the act, Huffman. I know you came in last night and edited the Bible from your computer, changing Moses to Beardy McJusenheimer, and I'm pretty sure one of the 10 plagues of Egypt was not fat chicks.
Sir, I would never tamper with the word of the Lord. Huh, just like my missing glove. Now somebody has a pair. And somebody has nothing. Oh, look, this must be a photo of the sap with his brain-dead bimbo. Oh, my God. He's me. I'm the sap. I'm Sidney. One of my personas has gone Broken Arrow. Hitman.
Roger Smith, Sidney Huffman hired me to kill you.
Ah! Ah!
Shh. Now you play while Daddy works.
Excuse me, are you from Tennessee? 'Cause you're the only 10 I see. Other than this one, which is yours to earn.
Ah! Maybe we should try someplace else.
Go grab my quarters off the Golden Tea Machine.
Bullock's wife is being held by a vicious gang of Islamic terrorists. They call themselves the Rosenblatts.
Those inappropriate sons of bitches!
Check that, Garcia. I need you to focus. I won't lie to you, men. My most optimistic projections for this mission predict everyone but me and that guy will die.
AJ's finally asleep. Grape nuts? Are you an idiot? Wait for them to get soggy.
Mrs. Bullock's not tied up in the basement. She must have escaped.
Oh, no! She's a terrorist! We gotta find her!
Prepare to die, American devils!
It's Mr. Pibb.
May the West drown in its own sweet, sticky decadence!
Oh, for the love of Mike. Haley, go restrain Mrs. Bullock. Steve, clean this up.
I want some raisin bread toast.
So make some. You know how.
I want to go to the park.
Well, maybe Steve can take you.
I don't want to go to the park with Steve. I want to go with you.
I only have 2 hands, Roger.
I want to go to the park right now! I wish Jesus would take baby back to the hospital and never come back!
Sir, your family's been staying with us for what seems like forever, and...
How would you like to join me for lunch in the executive dining room?
But, sir, I packed my lunch today. No, wait, I'll sell it. Sack lunch, $100!
We've become intimate rather quickly. In fact, she's already moved into my house.
Her? Really?
I know. She's Asian, she's loose, and she's fat. I hit the trifecta.
Avery, if your wife finds out about this, she'll be devastated.
Quite right. That's why I need you to take care of Coco.
Well, I am your #1 man.
What are you doing?
You just told me to...
Why on earth would I want her dead? She's my mistress, not my nutritionist. Smug bastard. I'll eat gluten if I want.
Well then, what do you mean, take care of her?
His mistress is moving into our house?
I thought you'd be happy.
It's not fair. I want my little bro.
Then I don't have to tell you why that's not gonna happen. Damn it, I don't have time to bring this baby to the Bullocks. So I'll bring the Bullocks to the baby. That's perfect. I'll use the baby to lure the Bullocks to Coco's cabin.
Oh, I get it. That way Bullock's wife will find out about his mistress.
Yeah, then Bullock will be forced to dump her, and she'll be out of my life, too.
It's a foolproof plan.
There's only one thing that could mess it up.
What?
You.
Hello?
I have your baby. He's in cabin #2 at Fraser Lake. Do exactly as I say.
Oh, God, is this your wife? No wonder you're looking for some yummy on the side. I'm gonna go soak it in the lake.
Miriam, I can explain.
This is what you were doing while I was a hostage?
Here, call Dick. He'd love to be your #1.
Wait! I can't even reach it! It slid under the cabinet!
Stan, this isn't right. We can't just leave him... bleed to death. Technically manslaughter.
Help me! Please come back! I'm so terribly frightened.
Ooh, Men's Warehouse?
I guarantee it. It was a little present to myself for getting my pilot's license.
Stanford Smith, I forbid you to fly. Small planes are very dangerous.
That's ridiculous. Small planes are the safest of all. If Richie Valens' plane had been just a little bit smaller, he'd still be alive today.
Stan, please, I'm begging you, don't fly.
Francine, give me one good reason why I shouldn't wear this jacket where it was born to be worn.
Because I don't want to lose another one.
Lose another what? Argument? Baby, don't hate just 'cause you can't debate.
No! Stan, I didn't want to tell you this, but 20 years ago, right before I met you, I was engaged to another man.
What?
No, I help out with the terminally ill children. He flies here for fresh air and horse rides.
Perfect. Travis is a do-gooder. Only the douchiest of the douches are do-gooders. You know what I call them? Douche-gooders. That's good, right? Clean.
Oh, hey! Here comes Travis now.
the extra mile. Like it's so hard to just listen to somebody.
Simon! Where are you? I just want to help! Simon! Oh, thank you, God, for giving me the second chance. Oh, Simon, the dream. I know that you forgive me, and well, I love you. There, I said it. And now neither of us have anything to be afraid of anymore! I'm done with you! Got it? I don't want to hear what your kittens are doing. I don't want to hear what you've been scavenging. I don't want to hear from you at all!
Ha! 13! That should do it. All right, seagulls, take me home. Yeah! Stan, dinner.
Hope you like it. It's salmon. Oh, I'm sorry. Stan used to make this, didn't he? I'll make something else.
No, I think it's time I eat another man's salmon.
We narrowed our choices down to Viper pilots from Battlestar Galactica, pre-crime cops from Minority Report, or Lobot from the Cloud City of... Steve?
That lady made Steve disappear by walking!
The student council bought a buffalo?
Yeah!
Hey, watch where you're going!
Or the frustration of trying to convince the masses that juggling is somehow cool.
The popular girls, I knew it! Turn off these computers! No, not good enough! Destroy the internet! What is this, mahogany? No! Put me down! They're gonna call you King Kong!
Oh, Daddy, it's perfect!
A B- average? You earned it.
It's very simple, madam. I'd like you to turn a trick, to use the parlance of your profession, with my stuffed friend here.
And you want to watch?
Nah, I'll be over here playing Bunny Ball Fun Time on my Nintendo DS.
Whoa, buddy. You want to do that? That's extra. That was you? Steve, after all I said about not stooping to their level, how could you possibly think I'd want that?
I don't know. I thought chicks were crazy that way.
Oh, dude, I'm my own grandfather.
You just cashed my mind pipe.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Which is why from here on out, she doesn't date anyone I don't sign off on.
What makes you think you can pick the right guy for Haley?
Hey, body surf to shore? You're on. Here's a wave. Paddle, paddle. Good ride. Good ride. My netting disconnected. Bill, you ever jerk it in the great big blue? Hey, don't judge. Wipe that look off my face.
I hate these chickens. Hate that one the most.
Roger, don't be like that.
Why not? You've ruined everything. It's okay. I'm just going to enjoy my summer of exotic adventure without you. I'm actually entered in a high-stakes badminton tournament. My opponent? Peruvian Tony. He's not very good, but he'll run you around. I'll be damn exhausted, but I'll win. You want to know how I know that?
Because it's all pretend?
This was supposed to be our summer of exotic adventure! Ah!
Do you think he's not coming?
No!
You better hope Bill shows up. You don't even know. What are we gonna do?
Well, the only way out of this is to get Haley to break up with Bill.
Bill's gone! There's no way out! We're just gonna have to tell her the truth.
I'm Jamie Eigelhart. I-G-L-E-H-A-R-T. I'm a storyboard revisionist here.
I'm Caleb Muir. I'm a character designer.
And I'm Jeff Rebner, and I draw characters.
I'm Jim Feely. I'm a character designer.
I'm Tom Welch. I'm the assistant to the supervising directors and the animation producer on the show.
I'm Brent Woods, and I'm the supervising director. A supervising director.
Didn't really ask who you were, but okay.
Originally, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't leave the house because he was an alien, so if he left the house, he'd get in trouble they'd do experiments on him or whatever.
Yeah, I think they realized pretty soon that there's only so many storylines you can do.
So his
with
whole
that
character
and
forever
having
was just the alien that drank wine all day at the house.
Are you drunk?
Working on it. Death boner!
I think he was almost going to be what Klaus is now, in a weird way. It's sort of like he's stuck at home, he doesn't go outside, he just, you know, he's that homebody. Yeah, sort of depressed in a weird way because he can't go out.
Roger, I know a place where you can meet people. Oh my God! If he had just held on!
Huh? Oh, no, I sleep like this sometimes. It's good for my back. So where are we going?
That sparked his, I think, alcoholism in the first season, is because he had nothing to do.
And then they realized in order to get him to leave the house...
Let's have him drink wine outside of that.
Right, let's have him drink wine in a car.
Give him a costume.
They had to put him in a costume. And so that led to the whole trend we have now of Roger occupying one or more costumes in every single episode and playing different roles.
I'm Scotch Bingington, the true king of spring break. Roger Smith, pretend psychiatrist. I'm a ninja, everybody! I'm doing ninja stuff now!
The great thing about Roger is he, you know, for him, putting on disguises is just kind of a kick in the pants, but he has to do it because no one can find out that he's an alien.
You know you can't let Steve's friends see you.
Oh, Haley, they won't notice I'm not Francine. They're 13. They'll never take their eyes off my sweater meat.
The first time that they said, we want him to be a character kind of engaged in society, he was a car salesman.
Is that my pantsuit?
Yeah, it's a little drab, but I zhuzhed it up with a white belt.
At the time, I thought, oh, this is fun. You know, this is my opportunity to give Roger his wig that and his identity that he's going to have from season to season.
Feels good.
We find out that Roger has a secret closet that's like an automated
wig display.
The wig costume assembly. He hits a button and
hundreds of wigs pass by.
They go flying by. They go flying by, and he stops it and he takes one off.
These are from 4 years ago of wigs that I just gave him a whole bunch of different options to pick from, and I was going for absurd that looked like a wig. It didn't look like it really fit his head right. You know, Roger wasn't supposed to look necessarily normal, and so I went to the wig shop up the street and looked at these really bad women's wigs and made them kind of fit his head a little awkwardly.
Hey, check out my new do.
I think when me, Matt, and Seth were first talking about the series, we'd always imagined that after the first season, our cliffhanger would be someone spotting Roger as an alien, and then the rest of the series, he wouldn't have to go around in disguise anymore.
Oh, this is so great. Not having to wear a disguise. I can actually make a connection with people as me. Want me to Irish up that coffee for you?
Well, around 3 or 4 or 5 episodes into the series, we realized Roger in disguise is kind of what makes Roger so hysterical.
Hello. I'm Clip Clop. Let's see who can earn my hoof, shall we?
I just get a kick out of the fact that as if he puts a wig on, no one will notice that he doesn't have a nose.
Right.
Or
that his skin is gray,
yeah.
or that his head is 3 feet tall.
Right.
Yeah.
His head's actually, it occupies more mass than the rest of his body, than his belly.
But to me,
I've learned from drawing him.
Somehow it doesn't fall over.
He doesn't. No, it's enormous abdominal strength is what it is. Roger's the most fun to draw because he has these long, gangly arms. Everyone else's arms are sort of pretty thick, and Roger has these great expressive fingers, and his hands are always like, we never have Roger in like, most of the characters stand there with neutral arms if they're not doing something specific else.
That's true.
And Roger has, well, here's neutral Stan with his hands at his sides, and here's neutral Roger.
A lot of times we have to cheat his arms so that his knuckles don't drag on the ground.
Watch, I also do a good Roger. I like wine.
So his neutral is like this guy. So if he's not doing this, he's doing this, or he's putting it on his hand.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, I'm going to blow your mind. Ping, ping, pong, pong, ping, 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 pong, pong.
The thing you look for as you're working on Roger, as you're drawing a Roger moment, is like, does it have that Roger sass? You know, is it like borderline offensive?
Isn't he
but
hard
somehow very charming?
Isn't he hard to animate running because his legs are so...
Because his tiny legs.
He just kind of wobbles.
Yeah, he's hard to move at all.
Huh. Probably shouldn't have farted before I started that walk.
He has a certain body that you just kind of have to work around a bit, you know, in terms of Roger's feet. You know, how can we put shoes on him? You know, I mean, there's always, you know, or even high heels. I mean, there's always something going on with that.
Which the writers don't always take into effect.
Right.
They'll just say, oh, it'd be funny if Roger was a big fat woman. And so they'll just say that in the script, Roger, you know, dressed as a big fat woman or something. And then it's up to these guys to figure out how that works. Like, that's funny, but how are we going to actually... Like, Roger has the skinniest mouth,
and it really gives
the
you a
skinniest
chance to really...
jaw in the world. How do we make him fat?
Yeah, really be creative.
We need to get to the airport.
You go. I gotta get home. I got term papers to grade.
The joy of doing Roger designs is just how far you can go with them, because you can just go so much further than with any of the other characters. I mean, there's nobody else in the show that you could put a design like that on. I mean, it's just so ridiculous.
As you can see, I've fashioned a disguise out of seagull feathers for when we're rescued. I'm feeling optimistic. So Ira and I, this is Ira, we're gonna collect some driftwood for a signal fire. Because we're optimistic. Ira and I.
We're starting our 5th season now, and I cannot underestimate how important it is that we continue to have Roger in different disguises. I mean, it leads to great stories.
Playgirls looking for studs. Yeah! I'm gonna go down there and splay it loud and proud.
If you can put Roger on a completely different storyline, whether it's outside the house, going off somewhere, there's always something with him when he enters the living room.
Tacos! Oh. Who's crying?
For me, the most memorable Roger design that I've worked on was the episode where he gets this nose kit from Steve and Haley, and
celebrity nose kit.
Celebrity nose kit.
They're latex copies of actual celebrity noses.
Just like porn stars do with their genitals.
Yeah, and he tries on all these different noses, and this is the Kevin Bacon nose, and you know, the idea was that he's supposed to look like Kevin Bacon, enough so that he can be mistaken for Kevin Bacon in public.
Kevin Bacon?
Scarabecco!
Tremors won 3 Saturn Awards!
What's a Saturn Award?
You're missing the point!
You're right, sorry, that's Kevin Bacon!
The really hilarious thing was that we just stuck the nose on him, and it just immediately looked like him. Just coincidentally. I mean, I can't even really put my finger on why, but just with the hair and the nose, like, it looks really disturbingly like Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, you may be beautiful on the outside like Kevin Bacon, but you're ugly on the inside like Tommy Lee Jones. On the outside. And the inside.
The Kevin Bacon dance sequence, I thought it was just a simple simple like wife beater t-shirt.
With the nose, with the upturned nose. With the nose.
Upward pig nose.
Did you design that, Chef? Did you
just...
do the Kevin Bacon?
No. I didn't.
I think Caleb did the whole scene, but it was just
and they do the whole dance
shot by shot, the Footloose performance, and it was
cut to that.
It's a simple design, but it was hilarious.
You bet your ass it is. I'm Kevin Bacon.
When he put on the Kevin Bacon nose and then hit somebody in a crosswalk with his car, and everyone thought it was Kevin Bacon, we realized that, you know, that Roger in disguise is always going to be funny.
And that's the whole thing with the character. You can put him in anything.
He's the ultimate protean player.
Just put him in anything.
Look up protean. It's Protean on Wikipedia.
Oh, I got to write it down. Has anyone got a pen?
You know, we've been lucky. I mean, the designers have come up with just like such incredible detail with every design that it's loads of fun.
I'm gonna hit the urinal. Maybe you can use the one next to me.
What's the question?
Is Roger gay?
Do I even like girls? I must like girls.
He loves Barbra Streisand and Celine Dion.
Who doesn't?
I guess I'd like to thank vaginas everywhere. They're creepy, and I don't know what they're for, but boy, are they funny.
I mean, we've established pretty firmly he doesn't have genitals.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Has he been pregnant before? He has been pregnant, right?
Yeah. Which lets him switch between male and female a lot more fluidly.
Operator, connect me to Klondike 52487.
Putting you through now, sir.
She's putting me through.
He's ambisexual. Like, we sort of think of him as being kind of gay because he seems to dig dudes, but the truth is he'll go wherever the wind takes him.
Okay, beast with two backs. Now.
Oh, that's what all the fuss is about? Oh, yeah, okay, no problem.
Is it because he's a hermaphrodite?
I think
was that ever addressed?
He like molts or.
He's definitely bi. He's probably metro. He's probably trisexual. He'll try anything.
We're gonna teach that lady how to please a man.
Roger is as deviant as they come, and probably our healthiest character as a result.
I love you. Let's have sex. Go wait for me in the motel off the freeway. Any hot pieces of tail around this office that like a good groping? If I don't make it out of there, tell my wife I love her. Really? And Keira Knightley. Tell Keira Knightley I love her. Yeah, I've stuck my fingers in there. That's gonna be a wild ride. Strap me on. Who's a pretty princess? And handsome. Don't you dare forget handsome. Wait, did I say on? I meant strap me in. You know what? Either way. Looking for something glazed and bad for you? Just kidding, I'm flirting with you. Crap, that's the end.
What did you do?
Mike! You're the worst contractor ever!
We try to do one big epic episode every season. And third season, we still had not found our epic episode. And John Fenner was running a room. He's one of our writers and the writer of the episode. And he pitched out this Bond spoof to us.
I realize that, like, James Bond has been kind of, like, I mean, parodied to death. I mean, it's basically been parodied since they started doing it. You know, they did a Casino Royale in the 60s with Woody Allen and obviously Austin Powers. And so, you know, but I just felt like it was something that we could do specifically on American Dad.
It was clear that he had such a breadth of knowledge of Bond and such a passion for it that you know, we just knew we wanted to just turn him loose.
Our supervising director was asked, well, who do you think would want to do this episode? And for some reason he thought, well, I think Albert probably would be interested in doing that. But he was really giving me a big headache without knowing about it. Or maybe he did. So I do remember being chosen for it. But you don't know what the episode is until you go to the table read. So until I walked in and heard all the actors act it out, I had no idea what I was in for.
Generally, the way we find out about new episodes is at our table reads. So we'll go in not knowing what that week's script is going to be, and we'll hear it for the first time read by Seth MacFarlane and the other voice actors.
At the end of the table read, we came back to our offices here, and the crew was like shell-shocked. It was like the biggest script we've ever had.
I remember just walking out kind of dazed, because I had already had some kind of big episodes before that, and it was kind of ramping up to that giant one, and so I was just more in shock than anything. Once we get the script, you kind of assess what kind of designs you're going to need, and particularly with that show, it was all new designs. It was basically like starting the whole series over from scratch. And the way they told me about it was going to be like our version of a Halloween episode, which is everybody's playing a different part than themselves Except for Stan, he kind of plays an agent.
Morning, Peace Nickel.
Morning, government-sanctioned murderer.
Oh, Peace Nickel, you flirty minx.
The character designs were amazing. I mean, Roger is tearjerker, right down to kind of his teardrop widow's peak and his monocle.
Good evening, tearjerker. Smith. Stan Smith.
Didn't really ask who you were, but okay.
He's a great character because he takes on all these different personas, and his voice is amazing too.
Oh, you can throw a knife, but you know what you can't throw? A party for my birthday, which was Wednesday.
We always get that with Roger every episode, no matter what. We get to change Roger because he's always putting on costumes. But to take the rest of the characters and cast them in new roles was really fun.
Got a light, handsome?
Francine was the femme fatale in the show, you know, and we got to create like 4 different outfits for her and change her hair and look, and it was really cool.
I get a good feeling from you. Do you get a good feeling from...
Are you a whore? I mean, it's cool if you're a whore, but no, right now, I don't get with no whore.
To see Klaus for the first time as a man, not in a separate body, but like actually that weird kind of morphed, like his tail, the fish tail became his ponytail. It was so wildly inventive.
This is Chochki Schmier, a ruthless international arms dealer. For some reason, he's begun producing movies. None of his films have been released yet, but our intel says they're absolutely atrocious.
At first, we were going to do like a robot body with Klaus's head bowl on top or something like that. And then we're like, why not just make him an entire character? Like, make him a person, but it should look like Klaus. So, but then we weren't sure if it would look too weird or if they could do it, and you know, but they did it.
Chachki, play highest number with me. I go first. 17,000.
48,000.
We love our animators. It's that thing of knowing it's going to be great at the end, but to get there, it's going to be hours and hours of manpower. But, you know, they undertook it and just excelled with all the backgrounds.
It probably was 3 times the amount of work we would normally do on a typical episode. And the reason for that is, on a regular episode where Stan Smith and the family are the focal points, we often have reused locations, whether it's the Smith household, CIA headquarters. We've already done so many background designs for those locations that we can oftentimes focus all of our attention on brand new locations. But with something like Tearjerker, there were so many new locations because we were going all over the world. Pretty much every scene had brand new locations in it, so it was just a massive amount of work.
Because there were so many different locations to draw, there's just as many locations to color. And then the day and night sequences and all those sunset scenes that you saw, you know, there was a lot of special colors to that. It was an epic show. It was like a little mini movie, you know.
The island, of course, it had to be this volcanic resort island. So there's a resort at the bottom, but we made the mountain carved in his image. It was Roger as the evil mastermind. Out of his eyes were the waterfalls, and I managed to slip in a martini glass at the bottom, which I like that.
We're now beginning our descent into the Teardrop Islands.
Oh, I see you're taking out some gum for the descent. Smart. Is that fruit stripe? You know, I have not had a fruit stripe since I was... Thank you!
The biggest challenge with this show is that we were using the James Bond idea and themes throughout.
Seems like an ordinary fancy gold pen, right? Turn the top.
The studio from the get-go was kind of like, you know, definitely do a Bond show, but be careful what you do and, you know, how far you push it. And obviously on our show, we like to push it.
I've had sex with a lot of women. And let me tell you, you should probably get tested.
Certainly there were compromises made, but ultimately it was worth the ongoing discussion to get that episode off the ground.
He just left.
The chase is always fun just because I'm kind of a sucker for Bond movies because they're so, you know, silly kind of fun.
In animation, or at least this kind of animation on television, very often the composer doesn't get a long stretch of music to be able to write just because of the nature of the way the comedy is set up and the way that the picture is cut together. Usually you're writing shorter pieces of music, sometimes 2-3 seconds.
Remember, Walter sent us a note while we were mixing. He says that, you know, he wanted to have the music be played really loud because, you know, it was like a giant set piece a la, you know, John Barry. And I said, yeah, well, of course we're going to do that.
Whoops. Ah! What the hell? Wait, you're a gun? I always thought you were like an eyeball or something. Douche.
The title sequence was different because we used Flash to do it, which we've never used in our show before. I'd taken one Flash class, a 1-month class, because I wanted to kind of know the program because it seemed like a lot of studios might be using it eventually. Originally, I was going to use Flash just because I thought it was the only way I could quickly kind of rough together an idea for it. But as I started working on it, I thought it'd just take a few more steps to actually make it ready for TV, and also it'll be stylistically different than anything else we've done, so why not just see it all the way through with Flash?
A lot of times on episodes, the directors are finding their own music because they know what they want to, you know, sell the image with.
I asked around the studio, and, you know, people have tons of music, and another director, Rodney Clouden, had Indian funk, like from India, from Indian movies, so I put that one in.
We heard it, and I think it took our line producer, Mark Douglas, months to actually locate the license holder of that song. But it was just so perfect, we had to find it and purchase it.
Now I need you to find out what Chotchki's really up to. You're to go to Tunisia and infiltrate the set of his latest film. It stars the perennially shirtless Matthew McConaughey. The title of the film? Bark of the Covenant.
The writers are always throwing in really strange references to movies and television. Seems to be one of their favorite things to do. So I'm never surprised to see the funniest references to actors and actresses in the scripts.
Tearjerker has spent years replacing the world's foremost thespians with robots. Why? So he could make them perform in the worst films imaginable.
Oh, you would ask me that. I like to focus on backgrounds. I don't focus on character.
Oh, God, you guys. It's been a while since I've seen that show.
Oh, wow. I can picture him.
I only remember McConaughey. I can't remember. Oh, wait a minute, Johnny Depp.
There's Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Well, wait. No.
I can't remember. I'm really bad. Oh, there's Whoopi Goldberg.
I know there's Whoopi Goldberg, Sylvester Stallone, Paris Hilton.
I can only remember the black celebrities. I can't remember the white guys.
Julia Roberts, I think, was in there.
I remember Tom Cruise.
Jon Stewart was in there.
Richard Gere. Michael Moore.
I feel like I'm blanking here.
I know they wanted all A-list celebrities, but we didn't have enough A-list celebrities, so there's a couple of B-list celebrities in there.
Nicole Richie.
The kid from Married with Children, I forgot his name. There's Bill Nye.
Bill Nye. I believe it.
You know what? I'm terrible. I can't remember the names. I'm sorry. I picked them all out. I picked every one of those out. And we used, actually, that's kind of funny because we used a lot of Family Guy celebrity models for that. Because we just didn't have enough celebrities in our stock of characters yet.
Tearjerker has spent years.
They didn't write what particular actors were in that pile of robots. We just had to find as many as we could to fill up the room. And in fact, I'm sure if you look closely at the DVD, there might be a few duplicates here and there.
Uh-oh! Look out! It's Orson Welles! Lights!
In a world torn apart by war and intolerance.
I think kind of the movie within the movie is one thing I liked, and it really has little to do with me. It's such a different look for the show.
A voice that was sometimes hard to understand.
I want to drive the truck! I want to drive the truck!
That Don LaFontaine narrated Oscar Gold film trailer is just so funny with the dissolves and Roger with the buck teeth and the alcoholism.
Oscar, no! You can't have that! Oscar,
I want more dizzy water.
Oscar Gold is really funny. It's just so random, and I like how it's shot in black and white, and it's just so pathetic, but hilarious. That's my favorite scene.
I have some bad news for you. Your puppy has cancer.
And it took the death of his best friend to realize sometimes strength comes to us all.
The directors did such a great job of cutting it like a movie trailer and all the dissolves. I mean, we wrote that and pitched that out just like it, and they just got it word for word, everything.
Go for Oscar Gold.
What is your drink, sir?
Beer. Shaken, not stirred.
This is like as close as comedy writers are going to get to doing their own James Bond movie. We're never going to be asked to do one of the James Bond installments, so it's a wonderful exercise for us, and it's a way to kind of persuade ourselves that that maybe in some universe somewhere we could have written a Bond movie ourselves.
This is the most fun I've had working on television, period. Working with Seth MacFarlane on American Dad and Family Guy.
Great work, sex pun.
I've done a lot of different shows, and there's more variety working on this on this show and Family Guy. You could not possibly get that as a music editor doing anything else.
Die. Pie? You can't have it.
Why are we dressed up like this?
Because I thought we could be secret Asians.
I think the legal challenges were just almost insurmountable, and the fact that we got on what we did is pretty cool.
When you see the finished product and the music and the effects are there, and it's just this really, and hopefully, you know, the writing works and the jokes pop, I don't think anyone ever regrets it.
It was a lot of fun, and I think we came out with something pretty cool.
Oh my God, you really are a virgin.
What? That's not good?
No, it's awful.